Hello, you beautiful soul. I miss the living shit out of you. And yes, I am on the swings chilling right now, but I wanted to pop on live because this was going to take too long on a story. The title is called, does your family have a history of high blood pressure? Because a lot of you guys saw on Tuesday, there was an ambulance outside my house and one of my family members had to go into the ER. And so I'm kind of here to share a little bit, and especially if any of you have family members or if you have a history of high blood pressure, please listen in on this. So out of nowhere, one of my immediate family members just experienced memory loss out of freaking nowhere. And it was the most terrifying thing. They couldn't remember anything. They couldn't remember getting into the ambulance, couldn't remember having conversations. And so I've been thinking about you guys a lot lately too, because, every single person has their own things that they're dealing with, like mentally, emotionally, physically. And I'm someone who's able to, just pop on live and be like, hey guys, this is what's going on, and share this. But a lot of you guys aren't, not many people are able to talk about the deep stuff that they're struggling with, that they're suffering with. And it's hard sometimes. So anyways, you've been on my mind because I just know that if I'm going through something like this, you're probably going through something like this as well. And so if you have family with high blood pressure, please monitor your diet, monitor your exercise levels, and prioritize hydration and everything, because we went to the ER, got CT scans, got blood work done, and they couldn't really pinpoint anything. They thought that this family member of mine was having a stroke, and that's why the ambulance was like, we need to take them in, and they're getting an MRI. So everything basically kind of looked fine, and the only thing that they could really pinpoint was high blood pressure. And so why I'm sharing this with you is because it was fucking terrifying. And I don't want any of you guys to ever get to this point of seeing a family member on the floor in absolute tears, scared shitless for their life because they can't remember things, because they might be experiencing stroke, they might be having a heart attack, they might be having X, Y, and Z. And so, number one, please take care of yourself. Please take care of your family members. Please, set that example for the people around you, because especially when it comes to your parents and other family members, they might not be the ones who are taking care of themselves. And sometimes they don't know how to take care of themselves, and they need other people around to be that source of inspiration and role model, if that makes any sense. And then number two, just know that if you are struggling mentally and emotionally and physically, just know that you're not alone. And I know that sometimes you might feel like there's just this weight on you that you can't get lifted off, and that you're so alone, and you're just wondering, what's wrong with me? Why am I like this? X, Y, and Z. And I just want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. You are enough. There's nothing wrong with you. There's so many other factors that come into play when it comes to all of this. And so yeah, I just want to say I love you so much. I hope that, this helps. So it was just a quick little update. It's the weekend, and I hope that you are having I hope that you have an amazing weekend. And yeah, glad your family is okay now. We went through this a few years back with Pops. Yes, so this happened to one of my immediate family members in my household. And then actually within the last 2 weeks, two of my other extended family members, one out of country, and then one in a different city, all ended up in the emergency room because of high blood pressure. And this is something that I feel like people don't talk about enough. When it comes to high blood pressure, it's so dependent on your diet, what you're consuming, how much you're hydrating your body, how much you're moving. This family member of mine has a tendency to work a lot and to prioritize work over health. And, they had a health scare and realized, this shit is serious and I have to be more proactive with this. When your brain is not getting nutrients and it's not getting oxygen, and there's stagnant energy in your body, it's going to manifest in other ways. And so I was talking to a couple of people, and they were saying, the universe has this really weird, interesting way of giving us these small little lessons and these nudges for us to kind of take note of. And it's up to us whether or not we learn the lesson and, decide to be proactive and make the necessary changes so that we don't learn the same lesson again. Or option two is to just resort back to old ways, which most people tend to do. So if life is throwing you lessons, throwing you nudges, and you're just just please take a step back and ask yourself, why is this happening? Because it's really easy to be like, life is happening to me and life is so shitty, and, just ruminating in these negative thoughts and this negative mindset. But when you can really reframe it to, you know, life is happening for me. And that was exactly what happened to this family member of mine. I was by their bedside while they were waiting for a test, and they were saying, holding my hand, they're like, you know, this is really serious. Like, I need to just be proactive with my health, with my nutrition, and my whatever it may be. So anyways, I love you so much. I hope that this helps, and I just hope that you have the most amazing weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.